Hello everybody and welcome to my kind of first tutorial video, I guess you can call it, here on YouTube. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know I've been doing these time-lapse videos while I paint, and they're about 15 or 40 seconds long, and I've been getting a lot of requests to do a longer version video while explaining a bit more what I'm doing while I'm doing it, and that's what I'm trying right now. In this video I will be showing you guys how to do this painting right here. Yes, it's the same dinosaur, of course. This is called Allosaurus. It's my favorite dinosaur. That's obviously why I'm painting it. For this painting, I've been using acrylics and masking fluid, which I will be talking about in the video. This is a technique that I have never been used before, so it's new to me, and therefore I think it's fun for you guys to follow me in the experience of trying out something that I've never done before. I'm from Sweden, I speak Swedish. My English is not the best, but hopefully I will be able to make myself understood to you guys. I guess you can hear an accent. I can hear it anyways. Can we all agree it's pretty charming? Okay, this is kind of a commentary advice video, I guess you can call it. Fuck, am I... Okay, let's try that one again. This is kind of a, I don't know what to say, commentary video. I'm trying to explain a bit what I'm doing while I'm doing it. It's not my biggest talent, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Let's watch.
Since I'm a bit retarded, I forgot to film the part where I'm adding the masking liquid. But the first thing you want to do is to draw a sketch of the skull or whatever you are going to paint. You don't have to add any details or anything, just the outer lines. When adding the masking fluid, you don't want to use your best brush because it's going to be pretty difficult to get rid of later on from the brush. And you just want to add the masking fluid on the parts that you want to keep white. So that's why I'm leaving the skull clear. Okay, and now it's time for me to start adding the colors to the skull. The first thing I do is watering the paper, getting it wet, because I want the colors to float out. As I said before, the medium I'm using for this kind of painting is acrylics. I think acrylics is a good medium since it's thick, do a good cover, and it's water-based. So I think it's going to be pretty good for this kind of paintings. And the end result actually is a bit plastic, which I usually don't like. But for this kind of paintings, I think it's a cool effect. And I'm going to speed it up a bit here so we don't have to watch everything in real time. The first color I'm adding is orange, one of my favorite colors. I decided to go with orange, red, pink, white and yellow for this one. I think it's a good contrast to the hardness of dinosaur skull, so to speak. I'm not using that much water when I'm painting acrylics, even though it gives a cool effect. I'm not comfortable with it. I actually prefer to add the color first to the paper and then go in with water afterwards. I think you have more control this way. And I'm adding a bit of white to give a good contrast here. And then I go with the darker red or more pink red. I actually don't know the word for that color in English. And then I just keep on going, adding colors to each other, adding water, just playing around. I had no idea in my head clearly before I did this. I just lived in the moment, so to speak. Did what I felt like doing, playing around. That's why I like this technique, because it's fun and it's relaxing and you don't have to think that much. I was pretty closed off in my head. It's pretty much a meditation for me to paint this way. I actually painted this in layers. This is the first layer. You usually don't have to do that when you're doing acrylic since it's a good cover-up color, but I want to do it anyways. I don't know why I like doing layer work. But this is the first layer, and when this is dried up I'm going to add the second layer. And as you can see, I know I am pretty good keeping myself in the lines, but you definitely don't have to when you're using this masking fluid. You can just smudge all the color you want everywhere. The masking fluid isn't going to let any paint through. And then you just keep on toying around, do what you feel like. I had no clear plan at all when I started this one. I just did what I felt like in the moment, which is definitely not how I usually do it. But when when you're doing this kind of technique, definitely don't have to have a plan ahead. There's a lot of going on. I can hear that. That's why, because I didn't write a script or anything for this. This is the first take. I'm just speaking as I'm seeing this for the first time. There it is again. So what I'm doing here is that I'm actually trying to play around a little bit more with water. I'm adding water to the white first before I'm dripping it on the paper, which is a cool effect that I'm liked and definitely used later on in the painting. On this first layer, I'm not using that much water. I go backwards to the top before it's totally dried and add a little bit more of droppings to it before the color is totally dry to give it a cool effect. I'm finishing up this first layer, adding a little bit more white to the parts that I think it's needed, and now we start the second layer. I let the painting dry for about 12 hours before I went back. Acrylics is usually dries up really quickly, but when you use a lot of water it takes a lot more time, so 12 hours was basically what I needed. And then you let the painting dry for 12 hours again. Then I go back to start removing the masking fluid, which was a real pain in the ass. You were supposed to scrub it off with your fingertips, which were really hard and hurtful. I have blisters all over my fingertips. But I'm surprised to see that it actually have a very good effect. Didn't let any color through at all. So I'm pretty pleased with it. I was afraid though that perhaps some of the acrylics would loosen up together with the masking fluid, but that didn't happen at all, so I'm pretty pleased with that result also. I'm going to speed it up here so you don't have to see me scrubbing it off from the total painting. I used my credit card and in the ending it worked really good scrubbing it off. And you can see the end result coming up right now. And you see the white spot, I added color to it afterwards, actually regretting it, but hey, that's what I did, sorry.
Okay guys, that was the video. Hopefully you guys liked it and it was enjoyable. I know it's been a lot of I didn't write a script or anything for this, not the video part either while I'm talking right now. I'm just freebasing, that's kind of more my thing. It's a problem, I don't know what to do with it. My mouth is don't say anything. If you guys like this, please like, dislike. If you didn't like it, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. And if you guys like this, I would love to do another video in the future. Bye bye.